Welcome everyone to the 9th episode of the Young Podcast. Today is November 16th, 2019. It's gonna be 2020 at some point in about a month, 6 p.m. on the dot. Welcome, thank you everybody for coming in. So you can see it's me, Maha Jr. We got our boy Cryo HP with us once again. How you doing, young Ronnie?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Living life to the fullest, maybe. Probably not to the fullest, but living, getting by, doing what I can. Yeah, close enough. We just trying out here. So we got a little bit with us today to do. So that should be nice. That should be fun. I guess maybe fun's the right word. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so.
I think so too. All right. So we got a little bit. As before, if you would like to call in, we do have a platform for that. You could join us on the Discord. The podcast link is being posted in chat as we speak. You can hop in topics.
You know what we should do? We need to make a panel for the Discord. Now that I think about it.
Make a panel?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
At the bottom.
At the bottom?
For the Twitch panel.
I was thinking about Discord and shit. I was like, where do you put panels and shit? Like I don't know, like you hammer it in, what's that? Yeah, a little Discord.
No, like a panel on the Twitch, for the Discord.
I could see that. People do like their panels and whatnot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't gotta remember it in chat. Like, hey, dog. But no one ever. Do you ever go to the bottom of the video player?
I do. Whenever I look for Discords.
Okay.
Or YouTube or something, I want to check something out.
People be like, yo, what's the Discord, dog? It's like, hey, it's been the same place it's always been for the past 3 years. At the bottom of the video player. Really? Whoa, you got a lot of shit here, dog. You got you got an about me section. You could, I don't know what else. What else do people have there? It don't even matter. But Twitter,
YouTube channels,
Instagram, YouTube, OnlyFans. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't catch that? I don't know, maybe you didn't. Okay. Anywho, so we got a little bit for us today. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll just hop right into, some smooth little topics real quick. We got a little bit on the docket. Got NCAA news. We got Kanye news, surely to be controversial somehow. We talk about my Nigerian brethren getting stifled from an Oscar nomination, and close it out with some some support system help, some venting, some just whatever, a little vent time for us. All right, that sound cool with you?
Yeah, man, that sounds great.
Sounds cool to me. Oh, great. I like that. Sounds great to me too, though. All right, so let's first, talk about this NCAA deal. All right. So recently, it was a few weeks back, but NCAA allows for athletes to be compensated now. So the Tim Tebow's of the world, go older people. The what's somebody's name? Reggie Bush's. The Tua, I don't know how to say his name. Tuscaloosa dude, the dude that was at Alabama, now he's Oklahoma. All these big boys in the no, so I said the big boys in the football sphere, they can make their money, sell their jerseys and whatnot, sell themselves, get paid. At least this was in California. But NCAA allowed it as well. So it started California, and then NCAA was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, dog. So with that being said, what's your first thoughts right off the bat? Athletes can now, get paid to, not necessarily paid, so like they can make money off of their own name.
No, that's amazing. That's great. I mean, these guys work their asses off, and they're the ones putting the risk, the physical risk up. You're not just born a superstar athlete,
That's true.
You gotta work hard every day for it. And I think they should be able to make money off of it. I mean, from what I heard, the NCAA is kind of shitty, and they didn't really like that, like the California law being passed. But I mean, once it was passed and they saw other states will probably do the same. They caved quickly.
Yeah. So that's like the initial take for me as well. It's just like, it's obviously a good thing, you know, leeway. Everyone's excited. NCAA football gonna come back. Yeah, another EA product for us, you know. Get to enjoy that. But I think people are kind of missing a bigger kind of picture in a sense. So yes, it's great. Athletes definitely need to be able to make money off of them, but I think it kind of takes away from certain programs. So if you notice, all the names I kind of listed, I mean, I could also do basketball, but it was like football players, right? And then there's basketball players as well. Those are at universities, depending on location, that's your big money maker. Football or basketball, if you're lucky, sometimes even both, right? Those are just making you millions upon millions of dollars. But the reason they're also allowed to make millions upon millions is that also funds the other sports, right? Yeah, your women's volleyball, your men's soccer, your women's tennis, your men's golf. You know, those aren't, they ain't bringing that much money, and I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? So being able to sell these, you know, jerseys, at least previously, right, you selling Tim Tebow's jersey at your student store, that brings in money, and that money could then be funded towards other places. But now that I'm even talking about now, I'm like, that really doesn't even matter. They'll find a way to make money. They already make stupid amounts of money with their sponsorship deals, their commercials, their, you know, all the grants and whatnot, all the rich donors, and that'll get spread out eventually. They'll find a way. These aren't people that are hurting for money, right? They're raising tuitions every semester anyways, every year. Yeah. So yeah, they're not really hurting for money. So maybe it's a moot point. Moot point? Yeah. Maybe it's I don't want to use the word again because I feel like I'm using it wrong. Not that I'm using it wrong, I feel I'm not saying it right. But I feel like it's that point that it doesn't really matter. They can make their money on the side, right? The kids. But that's crazy. I could say that. The kids. Because they're younger than me.
They should be allowed to do that. I mean, I don't think it's, yeah, they make a lot of money and they're not hurting for money, but that doesn't mean like other people should just be able to make wholesale profits off them. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. They make gajillions off of them. I forgot, it was like on ESPN or something, because Tim Tebow talked about it, and it was actually surprising. He was glad he wasn't able to make money off it. It's supposed to be about the team, not me. And you know how I don't want to call it shtick, because that's like him. He's really being to himself, but it's all, it's about the team. You should care about the team. You don't need to worry about making money for yourself. That'll come later. Well, I don't know if he exactly said that stuff, but you know, you don't need to worry about that right now, right? Like, let the school make their money. They need it. They'll fund whatever they need to fund. You just need to worry about playing football, right? Football 24/7. So I don't know, that kind of, it's a weird attitude I feel like to have. Like, this is someone that's could have been worth millions upon millions, just, you know, the whole everybody T-bowing and stuff, and he was a huge figure when he was playing at quarterback, Florida. So yeah, it's just weird that he would have that. He doesn't see that, feel like kids should be able to do that, because, you know, a lot of these kids, not like they come from affluent families and whatnot. Like, this is their whole life that they've been like training, and they get to this moment, they should be allowed to profit off of that, and especially help their families and whatnot that's been struggling with them the whole way. Like, this is their chance to make it, because one bad thing happens, you know, break a leg, break a hip, like, your career is done over. And all that money you're supposed to be making right in the NFL, it's not there anymore. So if you can make the money now, go ahead and do it. There's no reason not to.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They put all the risk out. They should be able to hold profit.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic. Tragic in the sense that, you know, he would have that mentality.
Yeah,
because like literally people thought it was
mentality to have.
Yeah, because people thought Zion was like done.
Own himself.
Because when he hurt, remember his like shoe blew out or whatever in the game, and the whole I think Nike tried to give him a contract later on because like I forgot what shoe he had when it blew out or whatever. But so yeah, so it was just like his whole career like could have been done at that moment. He's someone that was seen to make millions upon millions and just be a huge whatever figure in the football world, basketball world, the next LeBron James. He's already dealing with injuries now, but luckily got out of it already, getting paid. Maybe, I don't know if he's played. Yeah, he has played. Has he? I don't know exactly his schedule. Well, he's been getting hurt a little bit in the NBA. But yeah. But hey, he signed the contract, so he was able to get to that level. But imagine what he could have been making when he at least started in college, right? To sell his name to NCAA basketball, March Madness. Ooh. I used to play those games when I was younger. They were alright. Really? March Madness, yeah. I had it on like the PlayStation 1, and then my brother spilled water on it, and while it was running, and like it just stopped playing. I was so heated. We had some clutch games, some driving game. I don't know what the name of it was. That March Madness game. It's one one. Then I got a PS2. So
I never really liked sports games. I've only really played FIFA.
Really? I play some FIFA too. Sports games are kind of clutch because, like, especially when you can create your own player, make him a god. That was always fun. Just a quarterback that just runs crazy, throws crazy, like just does everything. Basketball player, he just 20 feet tall, sprints the whole court in 2 seconds, shoots threes from the half court mark. Like
it's like a sports RPG,
right? Sports games are RPGs. They ain't know it. Yeah. They don't know if they nerds, dog. Grinding out stats, low level mob grinding, just doing regular pickup pubs, so they could level up and whatnot. Put points in certain attributes, dog. They got their own skill trees. They even got their own classes, dog. You got your centers, dog. Your playmaking, point guards, like specializations within the class. Like, come on, dog.
Jesus.
Whole nerds out there. They don't even know. They make fun of us for playing Destiny and shit. Well, I guess me. You don't play that shit.
Yeah, I don't play Destiny anymore. Started getting back at the PoE though.
Oh yeah, he's Exile Con. Have you gotten a drop yet? I haven't. However many hours it was on yesterday. Not seeing a drop. Apparently they doubled the drop rate today. I don't know. I ain't got one yet. This alleged double drop rate. And people on the Twitter like, hey, 2 times 0. You know what that shit still is, right? It's 0 if you don't know math. Okay. So recently, when was this sent to us? It was sent like a couple weeks back, right? 10/28/2019. That's October 28. A few days back.
That's before Halloween.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is.
It's like
it's 2.5 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It's about to be 3 weeks.
Yeah. It don't really matter exact time frame. Well, apparently Kanye wants to bring his Yeezy production into the Americas. Yeezy, I think they're made in China or some shit. Those young shops. I shouldn't brand them as young. Those.
Yeah, we should probably separate our brand.
Sweatshops now. Yeah,
that's pretty terrible.
Yeah, but the opportunity here is, for prison, workers that come out of prison, place to work at. Another one of those places, not many places you're able to work at if you're, they'll call it ex-felon or felon, I guess.
Yeah, which really sucks. It's actually so awful, the prison system here in the United States.
Of course. Yeah, we all about getting as many people as we can into it, and then I don't know, farm that money. I should
literally
be that, but
any other developed country, prison is about reform. Like it's about rehabilitation, but here it's like, no, you need to stay in prison.
Just be here.
And anytime I see some talk about making prison reforms, it's like, no, criminals should stay in prison. I'm like, what do you think these people do? Like, these people literally just don't do misdemeanors and get put in jail for forever.
Yeah, there's some interesting laws.
And no one wants to hire them, so they have to go back to crime, even tougher crime, They have to commit more crime to get money.
Exactly. Because there's not any places, but it's a kind of a limited amount of places that they can get jobs from. So like having Kanye doing this or whatever, if he's able to, well, that's nice. Like it's another opportunity, another different field. Yeah, it's still kind of manual labor, but that's something a little different. Who knows? They could do some, maybe.
Hopefully he'll pay good wages.
True. Because that's a other issue, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because he could say he's coming to America, but if you're still paying a shit wage, I mean, it's still terrible for people. It's not as terrible as sweatshops, obviously, but
of course,
it's still like not livable.
Yeah.
And when it comes to factories, it's like the people that just work like they are machines or something. 40 hours a week, sitting down, just fucking doing the same thing over and over again.
Lucky if you get to sit down.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Most people don't get to sit down.
You're right. Just standing there, same motion over and over.
8 hours a week, yeah.
I think we learned about it in like history class, right? How they made it so employees had to kind of like rotate what they do. I don't know if it was like an everyday thing, but like every few months or something like that. Because like it's really easy to get injured when you're doing like the same task over and over and over again. So you're dealing with like these high flying, high powered machines, whatever. And you know, if you start slipping because you're like, yeah, you're trying to get in the groove, not really the groove, but you start just going through the motions, a simple mistake will mess you up. And it's like they just have you like switch like, oh, okay. Instead of putting 20 billion aglets on shoelaces today, you're going to put shoelaces inside the shoes now and get them through the holes. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know exactly. Yeah, it don't sound fun. But hey, if it's something where nice livable wage, another opportunity to at least get their foot back in society and you know, do well and show, and it's something like a resume thing, right? Like you put on your resume, hey look, I did this and didn't commit a crime for the past 2 years since I got out. Can you please allow me to work at a place that, you know, respects me and shit, and like something respectable, not respectable, that's the wrong word, but something more fulfilling. Is that better? Yeah. So I think that's the way. Let's do it. More options is better than limited options, right? So
yeah, definitely.
So we take those. 2019. We take those. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully it's used. Hopefully people don't just shit on it because, you know, Kanye's name's attached to it or whatnot. You know, it's always rampant yada
yeah, but it
yadas.
depends on how Kanye implements it too. He might deserve to be shit on, but who knows? If it's a good thing, I mean, well, it'll be a good thing overall, I think, for the prison convicts anyways.
Yeah, it's just another option. Not something that you're gonna be like forced into, I guess, right?
Yeah.
No, it's coming to you, gun at your temple, like, alright, you gonna make these shoes.
Put these shoes together right now.
Right? That ain't happening.
Jesus. Someone at my coworker at CVS has Yeezys. He's got like 2 pairs.
I really wanted some a long time ago. They're hard to find.
Yeah, they are. He's got 2 pairs. I don't remember what they're called, but they look really cool.
Yeah. And people were shitting on them before. I was like, bro, these look kind of nice. I would rock these. It's like when it first came out, there was like a cream colored one. I like really wanted them. I was like, I'm not even big into shoes like that. I was like, if I could get some Yeezys.
A lot of the young people that come by the store, since I live in a high-income area, or not live, but I work in a high-income area, they always come in with like wearing Supreme and Gucci and stuff. Yeah, hype beast.
I just imagine that, like, you're all decked out and that stuff. You're going to like a CVS. Yeah. Like,
it's just, you just walk into a CVS.
Right. I don't got no, I don't know, fancy family-owned pharmacy. Been there for 30 generations that you go to that only, I don't know, celebrities go there or some shit. Like, before they start raising prices at CVS. Um,
CVS prices are terrible. The company's terrible in general.
shit.
We'll talk about more about that later.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
recap stuff.
yeah. Um. Okay. Let's talk about my people for a bit. All right. You know I don't watch movies, nothing, so I don't really have much skin in this game. But Nigerian, I should probably look up their name actually. Nigerian filmmakers were they had a what's it called? A Grammy nomination. Oh, Oscar nomination, right? It's different. Yeah, Oscar nomination. I forget which is which all the time. And it doesn't show their name actually. But they entered a film called Lionheart, and it got nominated and then they were disqualified because the film itself was primarily in English. And so the category it was in was like international films or something. I read this like a while ago, so I don't remember it off the top of my head. But basically, like the rule is it has to be a non-English majority language speaking film. So like 80% of what's spoken on film has to be a language other than English.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were like up in arms because it takes away from the spirit of the the nomination, the Oscar, the award itself, just due to the fact that like this is just so like non-American films basically get a chance to win something. And so if you know anything about Nigeria, man, you probably don't. English is it's like the primary language. It's the official language, I think, in Nigeria. So like you go there, everyone speaks English. Like it's not hard to communicate. I went there. I don't speak Igbo. I don't speak Yoruba, Hausa, any of the. There's hundreds of language there, right? So
yeah.
English is like that. Okay, everyone knows this, and then something else. So that's like the easy go-to to if you want to communicate with someone. So disqualifying a film for being in English, that's a Nigerian film, is really like, are you dumb? Like every Nigerian film I've watched since I was born, basically they speak English primarily in it.
And it's kind of fucked up because what's the reason that Nigerians know English?
Right.
It's it's colonialism. It's the invasion of the people by people from England, from Europe. I mean, it's like the only reason they know English, right?
I don't say no.
This is like,
well, yeah.
Well, I mean, was it not forced upon them? I don't really know the history like that.
I mean, I also don't, but I would say no, just due to the fact it's oil in the country, and so even if it didn't happen, eventually English would be spoken because English is like the official language of business, right? And so if they're trying to sell their oil to all these oil companies and whatnot, they're gonna learn English to, you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. Like I hear it, but let's say that doesn't happen. Like I still think it's not like that's the only reason, right? Like eventually it'll still come through, just because business.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that that is a rule. Like it has to be a different language, but I don't think they should just disqualify it because it isn't.
Yeah, especially it's the official language of the country, right? So if you go to any other country and you're telling them, nah, you can't have, you can't make this film in this language just because, we don't like that. Or that's not even a way to put it. I don't know. It's just
to be different.
Yeah, you got to be different to be different, right? Even though everyone speaks English in that country, you got to just pull up this ancient dead language that no one uses anymore. Right, I mean, obviously not to that extreme. Like that's not what's happening in Nigeria, but you gotta pull out this language out your ass just to use it in your film, primarily 80% of the time, just so you get a chance at this Grammy or Oscar, and that's really dumb. And like I kind of see what they're trying to do, protect the countries and stuff from, I don't know, some asshole American going, I could win this category easily. Bring all this money and just make a film. Don't gotta be good, but because it's in English, people understand. Let's go, you know, and just do that. So like I kind of see where the rule comes from, but a lot of people say it's kind of antiquated and not necessary at this point. And then obviously use your discretion, right? Or some people were even saying, all right, have like a body for like, I don't know if it's how it works, if it's Africa in general or if it's country by country, but have a body, just elect a film that represents their country or their continent if need be, right? And then bring that up to the Oscars and, hey, this is our best film that we got. That's what we're trying to go for and get some what's called recognition through you guys' award. So yeah, like I said, when I went there and I went, I was about to say I was like deep in like the villages and people were speaking English. I was like, some people, not all of them. I can't say like everyone's speaking it, but you go into what we call the bush, dog. Like people are still speaking English. You're not dead in your tracks, like just not able to communicate with anyone because they just look at you like, what? Nah.
Yeah.
English is spoken there.
I know.
Let them get their Oscar, or at least be nominated.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was kind of fucked up on their part. They should change the ruling.
Okay.
Or, you know, be able to make exceptions to ruling.
Exactly, right? Just use common sense. Basically, that's all we ask for. Use common sense. Hey, is this their official language? Okay, that's fine. It could be English. Oh, is this not their official language? Alright, but what, the majority of people speak English? Okay, yeah, still. We'll do it. They just haven't caught up. Laws, you know, laws take however long to catch up to what's going on in the population, right? So it's not hard for them. They got money. They could literally just travel there, see what's happening. They spark up a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this next one, I want to talk about, not necessarily talk about, I guess, but just, you know, give ourselves a little space, right? A little, what do they call it? Safe space? I don't really say
Yeah, safe space.
And, you know, everyone talks about mental health being a big, you know, kind of, what's the word? I want to say it's like it's just in fashion right now to discuss public health, to discuss mental health or anything. Well, you know, it's like in the forefront of discussion for people talking about their health and whatnot. Like you talk about exercise, you talk about eating right, you talk about your mental stability and whatnot. Like those are just,
it's causing a lot of problems. I mean, a lot of people aren't happy, especially in this country. Like a lot of people are just unhappy nowadays.
Yeah. So they always talk about like one of the good things, at least with guys, right? So I took a women's health course while I was in undergrad or whatnot, and so they talk about, you know, women, they have a really good support system for the most part, right? That's obviously a generalization. It might not apply to every single person out there, every single woman, but they have like a support system where anything happens, you know, they go talk with their girls or whatever, they talk to anyone really, and they just kind of decompress, go through the day, right? The thing we all like, oh, okay, yeah, Janet did what again this time? And you know, like they just talk about whatever, and they're free flowing talking. I don't know, I forgot if they said subject matters are not that deep and like it's still shallow, kind of. They might not do a deep dive, or if it was a deep dive and they're, because there was a thing, it was either like you had a small group and you talked about deep stuff, or you had a wide group, like a lot of people you could go to, but it was like shallow conversations. I think for women it was like a small group, but they talk about deep stuff. And then for men, it's a shallow group or a wide group, right? Wide variety. We talk about very shallow, surface level stuff. Like it's not that, no one really talks about anything serious. So, in saying all that, kind of want to see, all right, you know, have your own support system. So, okay, let's do that. We here at the Young Podcast, you know, you my bro, dog. I fucks with you. I know it's only, I mean, it's been over a year, So
Yeah, it's been a while.
it's been a while. Known each other. You my boy. Oh yeah. What's eating at you? What's eating at me? You vent. Who you mad at? Who you shaking your fist at right now? What are you loving in life? It's anything. What you got in your chest right now that you need to let go?
Well, right now I just got back on my diet, the keto diet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really good when I started, because like right now I'm like in self-improvement mode. I want to get better, take care of myself more. Um, but like right now it's like so hard because my job is just awful. Like I work at a pharmacy,
Yeah.
and it's like they recently cut my hours, and this
Shit.
week she scheduled me for 4.5 hours
Total?
so I had to 4.5 hours for the entire week.
Oh shit.
So I had to go looking for other CVSs to give me some hours, and thankfully I found some, but it's just like
Other
I told
CVS.
this lady,
Sorry.
yeah, I had to look for others. Yeah, and I told her from the beginning, I was like, I need 20 hours to live. And that's not asking much. 20
Right?
hours
Exactly.
is not asking much. And I get that, like, I'm new to the pharmacy and don't know the ins and outs perfectly yet, and I still need a lot of help with problems. But I don't know. I don't think that's any reason to just cut me off like that with no warning.
Yeah. Like
Right.
when I
Go ahead.
was working at Harris Teeter, dog, like I got more of that, more than 4, and I was working only on the weekends, like literally only Saturday, Sunday, because I said like, yeah, I'm a high school student, I can't work any other days. So that's ridiculous. To get 4 hours, like what? Imagine she called you in 4 times a week, like, yeah, dog, just come in for an hour, dog, you good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 4 hours was literally nothing. I feel like I shut up and then left immediately.
Exactly.
Like, that's
disgusting.
Nothing really happened. It's just so I started looking for more other jobs right now. It is hard though, because I absolutely hate sales. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just not the kind of person who has the personality to keep up with it. Like, I can be nice, but it wears you down to like your bones, dude.
Yeah.
People can just be so terrible.
No, I feel that 100. I worked at what was it, JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and I was an intern there, but like we had to do like calls and whatnot for like donations and shit. I hated that. It's so hard for me to ask for shit. I'm like, hey, yeah, can you please?
Oh man, I would never want to work at a place like a telemarketing place. I can't do that.
It was the worst. Like I didn't have to, like that wasn't my job really. Like I did that like 2-3 times. Like I let them know, like, yo, I do not like this. Like cold calling people. It's not really a cold call, but just calling them, and because they're like on our list, like they've done stuff with us before, and they're just like, fuck, like, hey, do you wanna? I had this one, was a lady, right? I called her. I was like, hey, no, this Aham from JDRF. JDRF, I already told you guys to not keep me on your list. I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, sorry, ma'am. I didn't know. You're right here. Like, you need to make sure. I'm like, ma'am, that wasn't me. I wasn't here. I'm just an intern here. But I'll make sure. I'll do everything in my power to make sure your name doesn't show up on this list no more. I'm writing it right now. Do not call. Move from the list. Everything. I'll let my, the person that hired me know and everything. She's like, okay. You sound competent. I was like, yeah, no, I'm that nigga. I didn't say that, but but I was like, yeah, no worries. I'll make sure I'll do everything I need to get this done. I hated it, dog, being fake nice and shit. I know it's not fake nice. Like that's really how I felt, but like you didn't have to come at me sideways like that. Like I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy.
Yeah, dude. The place that I work at right now is so badly managed, and the main pharmacist is like, I'm not even gonna talk about it, but it's just like I just am miserable working there. Like my mood drops every time I work there.
Dang. Yeah, that ain't the way.
Continue.
Yeah, I feel that. For your sake, dog. You gotta get out.
Yeah, for my mental health, I don't think I should work there anymore.
Yeah, I just
and also just because it's far away. Like it's in Atlanta, and the traffic is so terrible every morning. It's always really bad.
So, but yeah, I've been through Atlanta a couple of times now. That shit tragic. We went visit my cousin. I think her church is like, well, no, she's like right across the street from the church. No. Yeah, her church like an exit or two away, but whew, trying to get on it and get off the highway, dog. Y'all crazy. It's all packed to the brim.
Let the same things happen every morning. I was like, I don't understand.
Oh, yeah. Someone need to go a different way.
Yeah.
Someone need to go a different place.
You know, it's just like a group of like 5 people that ruins it for the entire place for like hours.
Someone else, you need to wake up a little bit earlier. You wake up a little bit later. All right, like somebody got to do something, because it really is like you said, like those 5 people or whatever. One guy picking his nose, dropped his croissant or some shit. And now he slammed on the brakes. Because he slammed the brakes, the next 10 people got to slam on their brakes, and because they slammed on their brakes, the next 20 people got to, and the next 100 people, and then holy hell, dog. And then by the time you drive through, you're like, why the hell was this place stopped up right here, right? Because as soon, you know how you hit that one pocket and you get there, and then boom, everything's free. Like no one's stopping, everyone's just going way past the speed limit. It's just like free road. You're like, why were we all stopped then? It's just that one guy decided to pick his nose at the wrong time. And that's what we get.
Yeah, there should be, I feel like public transportation should be more common, because everyone having their own car is kind of annoying.
Mad annoying. I really want trains and subways and trams, whatever, just to be the wave here in the US. I don't know why it's like, it shouldn't cost me.
I don't know why it's so uncommon.
$100-something to, you know, just go to Atlanta or something by train, right? It's already long as hell.
Exactly.
It should be like, or even not, let's not even say that, right? Let's do it state by state. It shouldn't cost me $80-something to just for me to go to Charlotte. That's 3 hours away. Like, it should literally be, I pay $80 a month or something like that, and I could just ride the train as many times I want, just anywhere within North Carolina, and I'm just good to go. Like,
it should just be included in a fee within taxes, to be honest.
Right?
That way everyone pays only a couple dollars and everyone can ride it.
Yeah, I dig that. Just something, dog. I went to Spain.
So many,
Man, they just got trains on trains, trams on tram. My uncle buys a card or whatever. He can do whatever. I think I bought a card because, like, I accidentally lost his. I don't know what happened to it. I still am really confused. I don't lose things. So that's why I stuck. But I paid like $3. I could use the train how many times I wanted that day. You know, like for $3. It took a long time for me to get to the section where I could buy it. My Spanish was limited, and I spoke with someone. He didn't know any English. I barely knew any Spanish. So we were trying to communicate in Spanish with each other, and that was a trip, though. There was a camera for that interaction. You'd be like, oh shit. Maha kind of bilingual, eh? I'm like, nah, dog, I just tried my heart out, you know. But yeah, just having that system where we could go anywhere in the train, like, that's dope. Can we have that too? Train, buses, and I don't know.
Hopefully, hopefully soon we can have. I don't know about buses, but I mean, it is necessary. But if we're gonna do like public transportation like reforms, then we should definitely include the upkeeping of buses on that, because buses tend to be disgusting.
Yeah, no, shit's gross.
So, but if we can fix that and, like, you know, have people clean or something.
Yeah. When I was younger, we used to go to Las Vegas a lot, my mom and I, and they were talking about having like a light rail or like a speed bullet. What's a bullet train? Whatever.
Bullet train.
Yeah, going from Las Vegas to San Diego or LA, something like that. For years, dog. And I was like, yeah, that sounds dope. Like, it would only take what, 2-3 hours, I think, by bullet train. I'm like, yeah. But for some reason, it always just gets like stopped. Like, people, councilmen, women, they just don't want it. I guess governors would be involved, mayors, and like, it always just gets blocked up, and like, it still hasn't happened to this day, and it's mad annoying. Like, that'd be so clutch. Just build a good system, build an actual train, take me to anywhere I want to go without having to do these crazy routes. Like,
it shouldn't be so expensive to travel within the United States.
It shouldn't be at all, especially if you take like public transportation. I don't mind planes being somewhat expensive, because like, it's a whole plane, but we talking about trains.
I forgot trains even existed, to
subways,
be honest.
right? Because we don't see
I
them.
would love to take a train, but yeah, because it's just not worth the money either.
Yeah, it's 'cause not even that, nah, because they definitely were trying to set up railroads and stuff, but I don't know, things just always get pushed back. Because in France, they have trains there. That shit cool. You take the train, you just go through the countryside, you see everything, and it's cool. And they got the huge ass windows, and it won't. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if it's expensive or not, because I didn't pay for it.
Is there even a train that can take you to California from here?
Nope. Well, at least in North Carolina there isn't.
Let me check.
Unless you do like some 2-week excursion.
Yeah, probably. that shit would do so long.
To take a bus to the next train line or something. You can get to like Texas, I think, but it's like stupid expensive. Like you might as well take a flight.
Yeah, because it's like $100 minimum on any train.
Yeah, it's
on
like,
any train trip, really.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. And apparently, according to my one friend, because she I think took a train once from North Carolina to Maryland, because she didn't have anyone to tell her about. This was like during undergrad, and she was like, "Yeah, trains kind of suck." At least the ones they had. I was like, the ones we had France. I said we, but the ones I went on in France, that shit was nice. Well, nice enough. There's one lady singing, trying to get money. Oh, it was funny. Well, not funny, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's. We kind of got off the subject of what's eating at you, though. But so yeah, that's why CVS sucks, right?
Yes, sir.
Because trains, dog.
Yeah, and I wish someone had told me that it was like literally the part of the bottom 2 stores in the entire district.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like it's the second suckiest store in the entire district.
Oh, no. I remember Harris Teeter. They tried to get me to. I was in high school. Well, I guess I was going into college. They wanted me to, during the summer, move from Raleigh, live in Wilmington, which is like the beach. It's like 2 hours away. Do like a Jersey Shore kind of setup. I live in their little house or whatever, and then I work at Harris Teeter at their store, just to like get it started up or some shit. I was like, no, the fuck am I? You want me to live in your house so you could wake me up 8 a.m.? Hey, Maha, you gotta go to work right now. What? Hell nah, I feel some type of way. I do anything wrong at work, they're like, hey man, don't go home tonight. You just look at them. Hey, nah, the key ain't gonna work no more, so hope you got a place to stay. Like, hell nah, anything can happen. How scary is that? They just be like, yeah, actually we don't like you no more. You got 2 days to uproot everything and go. Well, shit, not even 2 days. You got 12 hours.
12 hours, Jesus. Yeah, that's a little time.
Yeah, like, hell nah, I ain't gonna work there. Anyways, there being some yada yadas too. They started telling us, oh, you can't drink water anymore at the, because you have like your own water bottle, whatever. Yeah, you can't
I hate
drink.
places that do that. You can't drink water.
No
you
leaning.
can't go to the bathroom when you want to. What am I, 3 years old? I can't go to the bathroom.
You mind if I go to the bathroom right now? I gotta call the manager over. What the fuck I look like? I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, I don't think if I got on a job and they were like complaining about me using the restroom, I'm like, okay, you wanna come in with me and see that I'm taking a legit shit? Because I mean,
it was really weird. Like, cause I liked the place a lot. Everyone was cool. But then like slowly it just started changing. Like it was a lot of manager like turnover, and people just be in and out. Now all of a sudden that's when the BS rules started coming in. You gotta stay in at all times. No leaning at your desk or the station, whatever. Always be present at the front line. Don't drink water there no more. You could go to the water fountain many times you want, but don't drink water at your station. What? What's even the point then? What about the so then you want them to be unattending or not attend the cashier, the register, right? You want them to leave all these people waiting when I could have taken a 2-second little swig of water and be good. But you'd rather me just say like, yo, I'm going to get a drink right now, and walk away, turn my light off, lock my register down, and just go. Like, you weird. Anyways, I quit because my AP English teacher tried to fail me. So.
Oh my god.
That's a story. All right. You want me to let you know what's up, dog? I got a lot of shit.
Man, tell me.
I got a lot of shit. First of all, fuck my epidemiology teacher. I don't like her at all.
What's wrong? What she do?
Everything. Right here,
She don't
officer.
teach her or what?
She don't teach shit. So
I hate teachers like that.
she don't teach shit. So this is what happens. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell the whole story because it probably explains why. It probably explains why she just doesn't vibe with me or whatever. Okay. So
Yeah.
I needed to get into 2 classes. I'll tell that story. Lad. I needed to get into 2 classes, right? I emailed both the professors. Hey, I missed registration date because I don't have an advisor. I missed registration date. Are you able to allow me into your class? I really need this class so I could, move on from this program. The first person for another class, you replied, sorry, I'm gonna talk to your advisor. I'm like, I don't fucking have an advisor. Oh, whatever, that's cool. Second person, her, she never responds to me. And now we're getting real close to the start of school. I'm like, yo, I need classes.
Yeah.
I need classes. And, you need to give me this. Like, hello? So I'm like, all right, cool. I email the dean because I literally have no one else to talk to. So I emailed the dean of the college or president of the program, whatever. And email him. He gets in contact. He's like, we might have to do independent study. So I'll be the one teaching you, but I'm really busy and I don't know if I'll have time for it. I was like, yo, I guess I'm going on another tangent because first I'm starting to not like this program, but we'll skip that for right now. All right, I got too much to discuss. So I was like, yeah, well, I don't want you to, let me just skip that. Anyways, the long short of it is I got into class, right?
Yeah.
So I went above her head to get into the class, but she never emailed me back. So I'm in here. She doesn't teach. Like we have lecture videos we're supposed to watch, and like she be stuttering, like, cause like so it seems like she just reads through like what she says. Like she's not like just telling us, like talking to us, discussing with us what we're supposed to know. It's just like she has like her word for word notes, transcript, and she just going from it. She be stumbling through stuff. Like it makes it seem like she doesn't understand what Lag was talking about. There's this one problem. All right, it's called lead time bias. All right, if Zwifa were here, we discussed this for like 45 minutes while I was so angry about this thing. So basically, what she said in the epidemiology class, a health class, right? Like this is health that we're talking about. She decides to tell us that this man in timeline A gets diagnosed with a disease. Timeline A, like that should already hit you with a flag right there, right? Timeline A gets hit with diagnosed with a disease. He gets he gets cured of the disease, dies in 5 years, right? Or 10 years, whatever. No, 5 years, yeah. And the other in timeline B, same dude gets screened for the disease, diagnosed, whatever, treated, dies in 10 years. But just because he lived 10 years doesn't mean he lives longer, because he could have gotten a screening in timeline A. And we're like, whoa, what? Why is this even a problem? Why is this even a thing, right? We don't need to discuss all this timelines and what. This is a health class. This is not a needed. So anyways, we debated this shit for like 45 minutes. We was like, let me look this up on Google. A simple 10-15 second search made everything clear. I was just like, oh, she's just trash at teaching us. Like, and it makes total sense. Like she just said, oh, you're comparing 2 different screenings. The standard screening that we use today versus an experimental screening that we want to implement, potentially, if it's good enough. Like that's all she had to say. And there's no need for timelines and potentialities and reality. Like, bro, we don't need this. This ain't an Avengers movie, okay? We could just do public health shit, all right? And anyway, she's just a struggle. The big thing that really triggered me we took a midterm. I didn't do too hot on it because I made some simple mistakes, and there were some things I was just genuinely confused on because I didn't understand because I'm not being taught properly. So she emails us like, hey guys, if you have any questions, you know, you can email me. We can set up a call or whatever, and we could discuss these questions and whatnot. So I emailed her, type up everything, laid it out in a nice little format, you know, points 1, 2, 3. I'm like, hey, I did this, this, and this. I looked at my notes. This should be the answer. This is what I put. You know, why is this wrong? What am I doing different? Another questions. I was like, hey, question number 23, question number 37. You know, I don't understand how to do this. Can you help explain this to me? She goes, first question, you already got credited for that answer. And then the other 2 questions are cryptic. So I can't answer them. You know why she said my questions are cryptic? She said my questions are cryptic due to the fact that my test question, everyone's test questions are different. So she gets so student A's question 23 is different than student B's question 23, and in timeline C no, I'm joking, but she was saying that my questions are just, you know, it's cryptic, and that her office hours are at a certain time. And this is after I emailed her. I was like, hey, if you can answer these questions through email or by phone, whatever's more convenient, let me know. We can schedule a phone call if needed. She's like, my office hours are on these days. I was like, I emailed her back. I was like, sorry, my car isn't good enough. I don't trust it enough to drive over an hour and a half just to come see you for 2 questions. And she never responded to me back. So like, she wanted me to drive down to Greenville to ask these 2 questions that were too cryptic. So like, how was she even going to answer them if she can't see my test grades or my test whatever? Oh god. So that just pissed me off, and I really do not like her. She's annoying, and she can't teach, and I hate this class.
Yeah, I've had teachers like that before. It's terrible.
I never make excuses when it comes to like class. Like, usually, like, if I don't do well, I'm like, yeah, it's me. Whatever, I should have done a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But this, I just genuinely cannot learn, and it's really annoying. I don't play with my education, especially now. I'm like, shit is too expensive. I'm in too deep to be playing around and not actually learning and just trying to get by.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, it's whatever. We get through. Well, yeah, that's me hating my professor in in 2019. Never hated a professor before.
Really?
I've had troubles with some professors, but not to the point where I just hated them. I'm like, man, you suck. You don't know what you're doing. I was just like, yeah, we just don't
I think I've
vibe.
never hated one.
Yeah, because like, I know the difference between this is just not my teaching style. There's probably a good professor, but it's just not effective for me, right? And well, I guess a good professor would then be able to switch up the style, but hey, that's a different convo, right? But yeah, like, help me out. Like, so I know the difference between, yeah, we're just not vibing versus, yeah, you're just trash.
Yeah.
And she's just trash. F her.
Yeah, I understand that. I had the trashiest teacher I had was my calculus teacher. This man literally would try to teach us, and then he start trying to work out problems with us, and this man would literally be like, oh, I don't think that's right, and he'd erase it and try to work it out on his own and then show it to us. I'm like, this man literally doesn't know how to solve his own problems.
Hell no.
I just dropped out of that class. I had to withdraw. That was my first time withdrawing.
Really?
From a class, yeah, because that shit was just too much. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This guy doesn't either.
He doesn't even know what he doing. If that could have been the class, he just gave everybody an A. He like, man, we struggled this year, huh? Yeah, take this A. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Wait.
I've had teachers. I have had really nice teachers. Like one of my economics teachers. He was really nice, and all his tests were really easy.
Hey.
And he literally take the test like on any day you wanted. but you could literally show up and take the test whenever you wanted.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like an online class, I guess, right? But you technically, they give you like a week period, and you're like, just take the test any of these days. Is it kind of like that, or is it like?
Yeah. They within the week.
Yeah. Okay.
But none of my other classes have ever done that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Almost every online class I've taken, it's been like that. Like test opens, October 1st.
Oh, online tests definitely.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying for like my online classes.
Yeah. No. Every online classes I've had has been taking tests like that too. Like you have a week.
Okay. Yeah.
But usually,
like in class stuff, nah,
yeah.
Never.
That was an actual class. So it was like you had to show up to the lecture.
That's what I picked up.
So he was really nice. I liked him a lot. But
hey, shout out to the.
I mean, my teachers now are okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, they're just alright.
My other professors in this master's program, they've been dope. I love them. Awesome. Been willing to email me back. Like, she don't really respond on weekends, even though she assigns stuff on weekends. Like, why assign things on weekends if you're not going to answer questions over the weekend? That doesn't make sense to me.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like, this ain't my office hours are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have class Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Come see me. Everything's due Friday midnight. Like, nah, this is Sunday 7 a.m. turn in this assignment. Like, you should be available Saturday, like at a reasonable hour, right?
Yeah.
To like email back. Even if I email you on Friday, by Saturday or something. Sunday shit, but email me. But nah, dog. She said weekend time, I'll turn everything off. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
It's not. It's a shit idea. But hey, that's what you get with a shit professor. So that's it. And all right.
I'm looking into getting into if we want to keep talking about stuff.
Yeah.
So this week I went to both a bike shop and a skateboard shop. And I'm considering picking up either. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but the thing with bikes is like to get a good one is so expensive. It's like a new one costs like $600, and if you can get a used one, but it's still gonna be like $300-$200.
Shit,
that's just so much money.
I guess I see it.
For a decent skateboard, it's like only like $100 to like $150.
Okay.
But the downside is, skateboarding is just a lot more dangerous. And also, I've never skateboarded in my life.
So you'd be willing to learn?
Yeah, I do want to learn. I think it's cool.
Skateboard or a longboard?
Skateboard. They recommended me to get a popsicle, like a regular skateboard.
A popsicle?
I went to the skateboard shop and he's like, yeah, those longboards are too gnarly, I think. Too heavy.
Too gnarly.
I don't think I'd ever hear someone use the word gnarly like.
Really?
In a conversation. Yeah, I never heard someone say gnarly. Well, I have, but like, I think it was just weird.
I feel like Southern California, I feel like we used the word gnarly. Did we? I'm trying to think if that was just skater friends.
Yeah, those skateboards are too gnarly. They're really heavy, he said. I don't recommend them.
Yeah, I don't know if it was skater friends or a Southern California thing, but I felt like we use gnarly. Yeah. I like that. Is there one you prefer, bike over skateboard?
I think I would rather have a bike because with the skateboard, with a bike I can do more exercise, and I can do the same with the skateboard, but I don't see myself, especially because you have to find really good pavement for skateboarding.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas with a bike, you don't really have to have that.
Years ago.
You just have to have some kind of pavement, but it doesn't have to be amazing pavement.
Does at least your area that you live in, does it have a lot of bike lanes and stuff or no?
Yeah, it does.
Do people respect the bike lane?
It's pretty much. Yeah, you'll see some people just out in the middle of big ass intersections with their bikes out. Okay. I wouldn't say respect too much though. There hasn't been any accidents since I've been here with that, but
Okay.
I feel like people can be aggressive sometimes.
Because here, at least where I've seen North Carolina, we have like no bike lanes. And then, I guess people kind of care about bikers. They're cognizant of them, I think. I don't know for sure. Our professor was telling us about in Florida, where she was from, they have crazy bike lanes, like huge. Like they're basically the size of a regular driving lane, like maybe just a little bit smaller. And like they have those like everywhere in the community, and you're just free to bike everywhere. That sounds nice.
That's nice.
Cause yeah, in Cali we had like tiny bike lanes, but at least there were bike lanes, and we had sidewalks. If there wasn't a bike lane, you still got a sidewalk. Here we don't got sidewalks. That really irks me. I don't think you understand how weird it is to not have a sidewalk. Like you can't go anywhere. You
can't walk anywhere, or you have to walk in like the damp grass.
All right. That's just, and they don't even have like a nice little like grass area or whatever, or like dirt area that you could walk. I mean, they do, but a lot of times it's just a huge slope, because you know, like that's where like the rain runoff is. So like you're you're struggling to just stay afoot, because you just slide down into the guy. I told you I hate North Carolina, right? I don't like
you
it.
told me.
Weird over here.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm considering either or right now, but we'll see. I also want to get into some sports. I want to get into volleyball.
Hey, hi Q.
Yeah, but also just because volleyball is like awesome.
Yeah,
it's an awesome sport.
It's fun.
Yeah, my family has always played volleyball, and we used to play volleyball a lot. But yeah, like me and my mom would go out and play volleyball with neighbors. Like our neighbors, we would just go to the park and they'd have volleyball courts, and we just play a pickup game. I just want to get back into it. Yeah, so we were into volleyball. It's whenever I went to Mexico, that's when I get into Haikyuu. Actually, speaking of the anime, he plays for. I mean, over there, volleyball's a big thing. Like I told you, my cousin. This is my younger cousin that showed me this anime, but my older cousin he plays for the state team, or he did play for the state team, right?
Hey, he was number 7. I don't remember what the dude's number was in the anime. The little giant.
I don't remember what number he was. But basically, like his sister, my other cousin, also plays in volleyball league. Their mom plays in a volleyball league for women, for older women. So and then my cousin that showed me Haikyuu, he plays in a volleyball league too. It's like they all have they have courts dedicated to fucking playing indoor volleyball.
Hey.
And it's like it's just a great thing over there. Here in the States, it's kind of sad because only women play volleyball.
Yeah, like I wanted to play volleyball in middle school, but they only had the women's, or I guess girls, then middle school volleyball team. I was like, yo, but this shit kind of fun.
I want to get a group of friends together and maybe we could set up a court somewhere.
Volleyball be dope. I think at the Y, they had like volleyball games that would go on. Let's just pick up games every like Tuesday or Wednesday, some shit like that. But I don't know. I felt too intimidated by them because they looked like they had knee pads and armbands and all that shit. I was like, y'all play volleyball. I'm just here to hit that bitch every now and then. I wanna have fun. I wanna feel bad for trying out something new. So yeah, I wish it was more accepted, especially men's volleyball, so I could get into it. But it's not too big here.
I wish it was like there's not even like a lot of volleyball courts here, like in general. I mean, they do. Never mind. In Cobb, it's kind of a bit far away, but not too far away. It's this place called Atlanta Volleyball.
Atlanta Volleyball.
But it's a summer camp apparently, or something. I don't know. I'll check it out.
For 12-year-olds.
I want to go to a place. Yeah, that's usually what it's for. Like, yeah. And it's kind of funny because the U.S. has like one of the top ranked teams in the VNL, the Volleyball Nations League.
Really?
It's like, international
Where are they finding
sports.
These people? It's like ex-basketball players.
Like literally here, no one gives a shit about sports. Like
I wonder what because you know how like certain areas you kind of know like okay, this is certain regions. Excuse me, that's like this is their sport, right? So like in the South, it's like football. You know, you got some coastal areas like Southern Atlantic kind of area. You like baseball. You go to the West, it's like soccer. North, hockey. Like, where's that hidden pocket of volleyballers? You know, where they chilling? They in
I don't
Wisconsin.
remember where it was, but I think it's like the middle of the United States is where they play it.
Yeah, Oklahoma. You be hitting shit in tornadoes.
Like
That's
Iowa
why they
and
so
stuff
nice.
like that. I don't know where Iowa is, but it sounds like a state
It
that would
sound
be in
like
the middle of the USA.
Arkansas.
Yeah, they're like sixth in the standings. Out of like
this hidden sleeper agent cell of volleyball players, dog. We gotta find them.
But Brazil is like the best though. They have like the best. They're the best volleyballers. Undisputed, like literally unstoppable. Even in Haikyuu, they like watch. You can see parts where they watch videos of Brazilian volleyball players.
Sure. Oh, I guess there was that one. It was like the beach volleyball thing. That duo that were American. They were kind of nice. I think they were like getting golds and shit. I think it was Olympics. I forgot their names though. Man, but I guess we got talent out there somewhere.
But I might end up just playing basketball just because it's way more common and it's easier to do a pickup game of basketball than it is to do volleyball.
I hate basketball though. I don't hate basketball, but I don't fuck with basketball.
What?
Yeah, it ain't for me. It's
alright, I guess.
It's alright. It's alright. So I went to the gym at ECU, play some basketball with my friends because they always playing basketball. I was like, let me fuck around and play with y'all one time. So but I told him like, yo, I ain't touched a basketball since like freshman year of high school. Like, I do not play. Like, I'm not good at this. All right, just know that.
Yeah,
I'm not good. It's like, okay, no, it's fine. We'll go to like some backcourt or whatever. So, you know, like no one could see me be shit at the game. So they had like a pickup game and like they were looking for people to play. I was like, shit, I'll play. I don't know, I'm not good though, but I'll play. No, it's fine, dog. You be a big body, whatever. There's this big dude. I think he played on the football team, but he was nice to me.
Yeah.
He was like, hey man, he was on the other team, but he was like telling me like, hey man, you gotta make sure you should stay strong, you know, keep your tree trunk and keep your arms in. Like he was telling me like, you know, good mechanics. I was like, all right, cool, dog. Like that was a cool experience. But basically, we had the ball up court, right? And I'm just chilling on the 3-point line. And they passed the ball to me because I'm like stupid open. Like no one's in my vicinity. So I'm like, bro, I don't shoot, dog. They like, shoot it. I was like, man. I was really trying to look for them to pass, but there was no one on me. So I'm like, fuck, I have to, dog. Yeah. I threw that bitch so hard at the backboard, dog. It was so bad. You would have thought I never played sports in my life, dog. Like it was just terrible. And I was crying, dog. Not crying, obviously, but I was just dying. And everyone was laughing at shit. And I was like, man, I told you I don't shoot. I'll play defense. I'll try to get these rebounds. I don't shoot. They're like, oh, you was serious? I was like, yeah. It's quite crazy because like I don't think my current friend, my friend Jeremy, I barely knew him at the time. I think just knew him in passing, but he even heard about it. Like people were talking about this shit, about how bad I hit that backboard. Because he wasn't at the gym or nothing that day. I didn't really know him, but I think I told him about it. He was like, oh, that was you. I was like, yeah. It was bad. I don't play basketball. Fuck basketball, dog. Embarrassing me and shit.
Embarrassing me.
Alright.
Yeah, man. So that's about all I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to go outside more. I feel like the weather's really nice. This is pristine weather right now. When it's not raining.
Nice chilly weather.
It's just nice and chilly outside.
Hey, it's been cold here. We can't call it chilly.
Even when it's cold, I like it to be cold. Like
I prefer cold.
Out in the heat, like I don't want to fucking walk outside. It's so difficult.
Can't function, dog. I be dripping.
In the cold, you just have to warm up and put on more clothes and whatever. But in the heat, like you can't take off more
You can only
clothes
take
after a
off so
certain point,
much.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a limited amount. That's legal in the United
Annoying.
States of America.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then, that's still a limited amount that you put on. There's an almost unlimited amount of clothing you can put on. Almost. Just keep putting on layers and layers. Socks and socks. That's good. I don't know if I want to get into this topic. I might. So, I've been thinking about Twitch and shit. Alright. I've been doing this for a while now. A long
You got bought out by
time.
Mixer?
I just had I thought I had to do it on the Young Podcast. Just let everyone know that I officially I am continuing to try to do something with my life. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. So I was thinking about Twitch and stuff, and I've been watching my boy Devin Nash. He be thinking and shit. And obviously, I've already known this for like a stupid long time. But it's hard to grow, on Twitch and shit. So I was thinking, what do I have to offer to the world, right? What is something that's uniquely Maha, right? Like, I don't really know much about what I could do. I was like, I feel like I'm not really great at anything. Well, I'm better than you, so that's, but like, I ain't. Okay. We get it. I mean, I hit those from time to time, but, I was just like, what is something I could do? I was thinking about, I don't know, maybe the first impressions thing, music. Maybe I try going ham in that, because it's really fun for me doing that. And maybe I try going ham, editing out stuff, posting it to Instagram and Twitter and shit, and just seeing where things go from there. But I don't know. YouTube. But
for me, I don't stream often, but I should stream. It's just like, so what I'm talking about is CR6, which is the College 8 Rainbow Six League. And whenever I did stream that, I got a bunch of viewers. Like, it was a good amount of viewers, right?
Hey.
But I don't know if I want to, really, because the pressure is just so much to perform.
Yeah.
Especially when it's in a bunch when a crowd of people, or not really a crowd, but even one person watching me, and, they're judging you because this is competitive play. So
yeah.
I don't know if I want that pressure, to be honest. But it would be good for me to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so, like, obviously I want to play video games. I don't want to just be Maha, the music guy. But it would also kind of be nice to be like, Maha, the music guy. Yeah. Just listen to music.
Well, the thing is with that is a lot of people on YouTube start out like their careers doing being known for a certain thing, and then they'll do Twitch streams with they do gameplay. So you could do something like that.
That's what I was thinking. But then I was also thinking, do I really have the personality and whatnot for that? Like I'm just me. Is that even marketable? This being me. Like,
I mean, people are fake to a certain degree on YouTube because it can always edit it. It's not real time, so you could make yourself marketable. Definitely, YouTube
I don't got the heart to not be me. Is the thing, though.
I'm not saying you don't have to be you. You could just cut out the parts that are a little bit not as intense sometimes. You know what I mean? Because that's what people on YouTube look for, is intensity. And so just take like the peaks of your personality and put them on YouTube, and other parts can be cut out. So it's not necessarily fake. It's just
not seeing the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not seeing the whole thing all the time.
It's lying by omission. Still lying though. I don't know, but like, So I could see doing like because I still want Twitch to be integrated. Like I don't want to just stop on Twitch, right? So like with the first impression stuff, like I stream it on Twitch, and then I like edit it, put it on YouTube. And so if I just do that, but also putting it on Instagram or Twitter or some shit as well, getting like smaller clips out, kind of like what we need to do for this show as well. Getting the clips, because we already have all the accounts and stuff. We have Insta, Facebook, SoundCloud. Like we can even put clips on SoundCloud. So I should do that. But we have everywhere clips, or yeah, Insta, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, but that's not like a personalized one. We got places to put it. So maybe, I don't know, just going harder on that stuff and seeing what happens. Because I feel like there's probably a pathway there, right? And then later on bringing in the audience towards Twitch. It's cool. So I really like the live streaming aspect. I don't really care for the after the fact. Like I like that interaction, being able to speak with people directly, you know, not like, oh yeah, at 10:52 you said that one thing, haha, that's so funny. Nah, I want, while I'm at B flag about to, you know, get this triple kill and whatever, I need people in chat like, yo Maha, you nice. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm nice. They're like, yeah, you nice. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm nice. They're like, yeah, you you know. So I want that shit. I like that. That's how I started streaming anyways. But you know, it's cold when you just be chilling. Well, yeah. So I don't know. That's basically what I've been thinking. That's what's been eating at me. I'm trying to think, what can I do? Not necessarily separate. I mean, yeah, to separate myself. What is my brand? You know, like what am I? Who am I? Where am I? I was going for that Gamora joke, but it kind of. See, I told you I'm not funny. No one gives a fuck about me. Anyways.
No, it's not that. It's just
it's
we're
not
talking
funny.
About anything Marvel related. It just goes out of nowhere.
So it's not funny.
It's been a while since I watched that movie.
Don't worry, dog. I'm not funny unless I'm not trying to be funny. And if you're like, oh, you so funny, I'm like, but I'm not trying. I'm just stating what I'm stating, dog. Don't be laughing at me. When I try, I laugh, all right? Or we play another ad.
Play that ad, boy.
Play roll that ad. Roll that shit. All right. So appreciate. All right. You got anything else you want to say?
No, man. I think that's it. I may or may not be streaming my my game. I have a game tonight.
Hey.
We'll see if I feel up to it.
Hey.
But you can follow me, Cryo HP, right down here.
Hey. Maha. So Maha June. My sub count's getting kind of low, so I'm gonna need y'all to, you know, you know, keep it. I mean, the fro isn't really being kept right now, but you know, maintaining this figure, okay, that don't come cheap. I'm joking, but you know, I'm trying to do some more. We're gonna try to do some more of the first impressions. Got videos need to edit, put it on YouTube. We're gonna do that. Make sure I don't overlap.
Do you like rock or alternative or anything like that?
Yeah, I listen. I literally listen to everything.
Cage the Elephant came out with I don't know how old it is, but I know it came out this year.
Who a megalo?
Cage the Elephant? It's a band I like a lot. They make alternative music, but I like their album. I want to see your thoughts on it.
Tell me album name and whatnot. Put it in a DM. I got you. That's why I said every video. Hey, yo, if you got a video, music, album, whatever you want to listen to, your own shit, send it to me. Link me in DM on Twitter. I don't tell them Discord, but YouTube in the comments, whatever. I'm gonna listen to it. Hey, just don't send me a download link, because I'm not gonna download your virus. I'm not blowing up my. I said all the time, though. So yeah, I got it on the list. I got the list currently. I mean, should I even say the list? I mean, it doesn't matter. Say the list. We got oh yeah, Free Spirit. All right, Khalid, that album. Album by Vice Seconds. That was what's it called? Who told me? Lag told me that. I forgot what the album was called. JPEG Mafia, All My Heroes Are Cornballs. And then we got some random stuff, not random, but like rock, you know, Tame Impala, 21 Pilots, Nothing But Thieves, dog. What's all this? Message from Tokyo. I don't know. Oh no, was this that meme thing I saw?
What meme?
This was
What meme?
it was so trash, dog. So I'm gonna say it, I don't give a fuck. I know myself. So we were having a discussion in the anime section of your Discord, and they were telling me how there was some music on Spotify, and all they did was search up you know, the title of the actual anime. I was like, where? So I tried on Tidal to look up, obviously, Gridman, and I couldn't find it again. I was kind of sad. So I was like, memeing. I was joking around. I was like, let me look up High School DxD, dog. And so I looked it up on Tidal, and then this dude actually had a song titled High School DxD, and it's garbage. Like, you can't hear him at all, and it's just trash. And so I was thinking about listening to his whole album, but I thought that's just cruel and unusual.
Yeah.
But then, oh yeah, Wale's album. So you kind of are on a backlog, I'm not gonna lie, but I will get to, especially if I start knocking these out. I just want people to be there. I like hearing other people's reactions and shit, you know. I ain't doing it by myself. That shit lonely, though. Lonely. Because then it challenges my opinion on why I think, and it helps me explain why I think a certain way. It's easier that way, you know. I ain't Anthony Fantano, dog. I ain't nice like him. But
you can be. I mean,
nah. I mean, yeah, I can.
It's articulate, but it's not super. You know.
I think he does a lot of research with his stuff. I don't
you think so?
Well, yeah, he definitely does.
He could do it, but I mean, at the same time, it's a very subjective art. It's not.
Oh, of course it's subjective.
Concrete,
yeah.
So.
No, but what I mean is, so I don't call myself a reviewer. I'm not reviewing. I'm just telling you how I feel. Yeah, I'm a react Andy. Okay, I'm reacting. I react to the album, right? How I feel about it in that moment. And so there's a lot of albums, like what was this previous album I felt that way? The one I want to talk about a lot, Kid Cudi's Speeding Bullet to Heaven. How I hate that album, right? But recently, and I've listened to this album for years now, not years, but I've given it a chance after chance after chance, right? So recently I listened to some songs off it, and I was like, whoa, I actually like this. Do I like Speed? Like, this has never happened. Like, I literally only liked one song. Now I have like 4, 5, 6 songs now that I'm like, yo, I actually like this. So it was weird. Nice. And it was funny because he even talked about it recently on his Twitter. It's like, yeah, the album everyone loves to hate, Speeding Bullet to Heaven. And I was like, shit, that's
he was talking about it recently. I saw those tweets.
Yeah, so like it recently happened too. It was like before that he tweeted out. I was like, hold up, because like it played it randomly. I think I was just listening to Kid Cudi. You know, after a while, it just starts playing you similar songs to what you've been listening to. So I played some of that. I was like, whoa, I kind of like this shit, huh? So yeah, so that was weird. But yeah, so if I gave albums a listen, I'd probably be less harsh on them. But especially for specific artists, I'm like really harsh, like Kanye. Like, I don't accept any sort of blemishes and whatnot, you know. But other artists like Rich Brian, I ain't know him, so it was fun. I liked it. Like, I love listening to new shit, dog, because bruh. If Rich Brian's album just kept the tempo was like the first 4 or 5 songs, it just kept going at that rate, it would have been like the best album I ever listened to. Like, literally. Because the first 4 songs just punched you. I'm not expecting it. My YouTube video, it actually blew up. Well, for me, it blew up, right? It's like 700 views right now. Over 700. Yeah. And it's all of Indonesia hating me, basically. They don't like me.
Really?
They think they said I was very harsh to Rich Brian. I need to give him a chance, and I should shut up and listen stop talking while I'm like, what? They told me to stop laughing so much during the thing. Maybe you would hear better. I was like, what? But the nigga couldn't sing the whole album. What do you like, sing's not that bad. I was like, bro, it was actual garbage though until the last song, and I was like, well, he could sing. Yeah. So anyways, I was pretty much positive about the album too. But they weird as shit. So I can't go to Indonesia or else I'll probably get shot. Moral of the story,
they'll meet you in the streets.
Right? So next album I'm gonna do is Taylor Swift album, and I'm gonna shit talk it, get 1 billion views on it, and yeah, and then that's how we break in.
You should
you need to go to a ravenous fan base.
You know, actually you should probably stay away from K-pop.
I will die, dog. I'll get sniped. I'll get sniped, dog.
That's fine where you live and burn your shit down, bro.
You know how easy it is to find me? I don't know if we discussed. Did we discuss it?
Yeah, we did.
We did. If you put in my name, like if you know my name, my full name, at least first name, last name, you know where I live. It's really creepy, dog. It tells you everything about me. Democrat, Black African American, lives at, and I'm like, yo, what? Okay, can we get this removed, dog?
Yeah, it's
I will get sniped through my window, dog.
If you're gonna listen to K-pop, good reviews only, okay?
Good reviews only. I love that album. Smile.
Smiley face.
No, he just be like Devo, winky face. Anywho.
Yeah, exactly.
Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching the ninth episode of the Young Podcast on November 16th, 2019. It is now 7:27 p.m. an hour 26 after we started. That's cool. Thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate you. I'll honestly probably keep on streaming, so I'm not gonna actually hit stop streaming. I'll hit stop recording and I'll play some ads. All right, watch these ads for me. Feed me, okay? I need to get bigger, take over the world. Maybe, I don't know. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Mic is still hot, by the way. Okay.